Hi and welcome to this tutorial, which is the last one in the JavaScript iterative methods for the JavaScript language series. So let's talk about forEach. Now forEach is just an iterator for the function we're going to iterate over an array. You're going to pass it a function. The function takes a parameter which you can name as you want. You're going to do something with that item. You're not going to return anything, you're not going to get anything. You just do something with the value as you would in a normal forEach statement. I mean a for loop which iterates over an array. So we have a classic way of iterating over an array, which is a for loop. We say for var I equals 0, len equals, so that's len I is less than len I plus plus. We can console.log so that's in the current index. Let's see, brand. Oh, I forgot the commas, sorry. So this is an array of objects, a soda object. I have a Coca-Cola, a Fanta, and a Japanese one called Ramune. This is the flavor and the unit price in dollars or USD. And you see, when I go one through one, I get each and every one of these ones. I got the Coca-Cola, the Fanta, and the Ramune. And this is one way we can do it. We can use ECMAScript 6 or ES6, ES 2015, for bar soda of sodas console soda. We can get rid of this one. And since I'm using Node.js, Node comes with support for ECMAScript 6, which is a new, how can I say, it's a new standard for the JavaScript language. All the modern browsers out there have it. Chrome, Firefox, Edge, even Internet Explorer 11, I think, or 12. I'm not sure about Internet Explorer support for ECMAScript 6. But you can use Babel or you can use Node. You can use Traceur. But we're not going to get into ECMAScript 6 language or syntax here. We're going to use forEach, which is a ECMAScript 5 method on the array prototype. So we call sodas.forEach. And you know the gist. You accept the function and this arg. We're not going to use this arg. If you ever need it, you can use, or you can bind the function. .bind something. So as you see, you can name the parameters you want. I'm going to call mine a soda because each item is a soda object. It's going to take the same effects of console.log soda. I'm going to do the same thing as we did in the past two examples. So why is this useful? Because this is semantic. I can name my item and I can do whatever I want with it. As you see, there's no return statement. If I return the soda, it's not going to take an effect, not going to do anything, it's just a side effect. So you don't return stuff. I can access any property. So this is a common practice when you're working with APIs, for example, in the web, in web applications that use dynamic data. You have a collection that you were returned by a database or a public API. you normally get JSON in return. This can be, for example, I have a JSON file. A normal JSON structure is normally like this. You know, just the usual, some stuff. Okay, imagine this is a JSON object in the network or the internet. You can call a jQuery function called getJSON. Or sometimes you'll see them like I don't know. If you know what I'm talking about here, you will relate. You call a function or a promise with them, which is data. So if the petition was successful, you get some data, and you console.log data. If this was in a JSON file in some site.com, you get an array of objects, and you console.log. If you console.log the data, you'll get the whole array. So what developers often do is just they do this. This is something they would normally do. So I hope you understood what I meant. Also, you can call the methods directly from the array. You don't need to necessarily store them inside a variable. We can do this. I'm going to show you something interesting that I didn't show you before. So console.log is a method which is in turn a function, and let's see what we will get with this. Oh, so okay, we got the items, we also got the index and the array. But why? Well, if you remember, most of these methods of the array prototype take the item, the index, and the array. This is for the array.prototype. But why, when I passed console.log, I got all of this? Why? Well, because console.log happens to take infinite amount of parameters. I can, for example, if I console.log 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, hey, an object, an array, I can pass as many parameters as I want, and it's going to separate by a space, if you see here. So this is why the forEach method sends, this is treated as the callback, and if you saw in the previous video, the forEach takes 3 parameters. So the forEach sends 3 of them, and console.log consoles them out. So this is all for forEach. This was the final video. I hope you enjoyed the section, and if you have some feedback, I'm even thinking on re-recording these videos in the near future. I'm sure I'm going to lose comments or likes. I don't have any of them now because I just started, but maybe in the future I will refactor all of this and make less mistakes. My pronunciation skills will get better in time. But I hope this was helpful, and if you have any comment, leave them in the comment section. So goodbye.